Welcome back in, y'all. We are Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Survivor, episode 3, one of the most historic episodes in Survivor history. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay tuned for all of our recaps. I'm Victoria. I am a psychologist in New York and Illinois.
And I'm Kamaria. I am a lawyer in the DC area and a pop culture writer. So, yeah, let's get into it. Like you said, it was a historic episode. And what were your feelings? Like, what were your? Because I was tearing up. I cried a little bit at the end because I was like, I can't let my girl be out
cried.
like this.
Yeah, I definitely cried. And the biggest part for me was like, as a woman, don't go against your intuition. Even though she didn't know whether or not Mary had an idol, it was something in that gut telling her split the vote. And when she didn't split the vote, I was she trusted the boys again.
Yeah. It's interesting though, like at the beginning of the episode when she was kind of like feeling like she was not trusting them, I was kind of like, why is she being so, nervous and so insecure around them? They kept her. They're here with her. Like, I didn't feel like she had as much cause to be nervous, especially with Cedric. But, like, she had all the cause to be nervous. Like, Cedric surprised me so much. I was so disappointed by him. I was so disappointed by him. And even the second vote, like, he voted a second time. I was like, what is this? What is this?
Yes, I was like, you was ready for Say to go that bad? But she did have cause for a pause because she played her idol and she didn't need to.
True.
Justin and Cedric, I thought they somewhat informed her of the plan that they were gonna, flip and vote Kevin, but clearly they didn't. Which, I mean, if they did, she would have known that she didn't need to play her idol.
You know what? Because the thing I was thinking about when I said that just now was that I was thinking that she did not, like, she was in on it and she just was like, I'm gonna play my idol because I just know something's up and I want to make sure nothing is up. You know what I mean? I didn't know that she didn't play it because they didn't inform her of the plan. You know what I mean?
I was thinking that too until she said, I played my idol and I didn't need to. Like, when the episode started, and I was like, okay, so she didn't know the plan.
Yeah.
And that's a reason to not trust them.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. Because I was taking that to mean that, like, after second thought, just thinking, like, you know what? If this is my crew, I shouldn't have had to do that. They should have had my back. And I should have, like, even though I chose to do it so I can make sure that I was firm, I shouldn't have had to do that. I felt like that was her energy. Like, that's what I was thinking she was feeling. But I can totally see that I made up that plot because I just assumed these guys were with her. You know what I mean? I think Justin was with her a little bit more than he was a little surprised when Cedric told him that she was writing down his name. You know what I mean? He seemed a little surprised, genuinely, like, maybe caught off guard, genuinely hurt, something like that. But Cedric, like, so disappointed.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. When he did it the second time, I was like, yikes. And I was like, what is going through his mind right now to make him want to keep Justin? And in my mind, I'm thinking, are they not seeing that somebody doesn't have a vote outside of Mary?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't until Jeff confirmed, I can now confirm that Justin doesn't have his vote, that everybody's like,
no. Oh my God. I think what it was that everybody knew it after there was only 2 votes. I think neither of them knew it was the other. I don't think Say knew it was Cedric, and I don't think Cedric knew it was Say. You get what I'm saying? That was the other voter. I think they both thought that it was possibly Justin because both votes at first were Mary, so they didn't really give you any information on the vote. But then the second vote, it was like, she was like, one of y'all MFers, turned on me, and that was that. And then the third vote, that's when Say realized, you were the MFer that turned on me, Cedric. Like, that was shocking. I guess for Cedric, he knew the whole time after the second vote that it was Say. He had to know, right? Because she voted for Justin. Yeah. So I was just really disappointed, and especially like as a Black woman, I feel like when you have that fatherly sort of figure, like when somebody steps in that role of like being like a father figure, like I'm used to them coming through. You know what I mean? Like them being like, I got you, and I just didn't expect that the I got you to end that soon for Cedric and Say. So I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, when he was absolutely when he was in the confessionals and he was like, Justin is my number one, I was like, bro, Say came up to you and said, I want to make sure neither one of us go home.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure Mary doesn't get this idol.
Yeah.
She didn't go to Justin and say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was protecting her game and yours.
Yeah. She told him her plan for Justin. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like you should have further trust in her. But I could tell when he told Justin that, like, you know, he wasn't there. I could tell, even though I didn't think he wasn't there this hard, I could tell he wasn't there when he told Justin, because I was like, that's kind of like not cool, Cedric. Like, I remember writing that down. I was like, that's not cool. So, you know, it's unfortunate, and I don't think keeping her after he did all this though was best for his game, to be honest. Like at the end of it, like when he did when he had to be the sole decider.
Yeah.
Say's not gonna be on your side unless she can never rally up any other troops. She's not gonna forget this and all that. Like, you gotta get together. Like, that's not just on Say. Mary has to decide. I'm surprised Mary wasn't trying to flip that, because if I was married, I would be trying to flip that. I would be like, well, if we both have to work together, just to let you know, I'm not committing to anything. Like, I'd much prefer to work with Justin or whatever, because if that's her op, then like, why you want her in the game for? You know what I mean? So like, I didn't feel like that was a good move for Mary. And then Justin, he won't say nothing. Nothing.
I mean, I think for Mary, she was just kind of like, I don't care what happens at this point, because you guys were all going to vote against me. True. Like, the plan was me. So y'all do what y'all got to do, and I'll figure it out tomorrow. Especially once she pulled the second not safe. Yeah. I mean, safe. Like,
who else was safe?
I forgot what his name was, but it's only been one other player who has ever pulled safe.
Oh, you mean the guy with the shot in the dark? Yeah. Okay, I remember. Caleb, I think his name was.
Was it Wendell?
Caleb.
Oh,
Caleb.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Caleb. Yeah. So, yeah, I think like she said, she's sitting pretty.
Right.
Y'all figure out y'all tribe dynamics, because I wasn't on this tribe a couple hours ago.
Right.
Y'all all knew I was going home tonight. So I don't blame Mary for it. I feel like she can figure out what her next steps are when she knows who's going to be left.
For sure. I just felt like that her biggest competition, though, is Say. But I guess she was saying like she enjoyed the competition. And so, but I'm like, is that smart though, when you have an opportunity to kind of just nudge her right on out? You know what I mean? And so I thought that would be a prime opportunity for her to get rid of Say. But I'm so happy with the result either way. And I totally get like, homegirl doesn't matter. I loved her energy, Mary's. I loved her energy.
Absolutely.
I was like, this is why
she played that very well.
She played it expertly, and it's like, this is why your energy matters. This is why your mentality matters, because even like when you think about Justin in this situation in terms of like the mentality, like he didn't fight at all. It really would have been easy just to say, look, do you really think she's not going to come back at you, Cedric? You know, it would have been easy for him to make that argument. Like, I didn't tell you, but this is Survivor. We're not telling each other a lot of different things, but I promise you, like, I will tell you moving forward, but whatever. He could have said something, but that, like, argument against Say was very, very easy. Easy layup. Like, easy layup.
Yeah.
She not going to trust you.
Yeah, I think he was already feeling defeated, though. Like, once you come back for no vote and you know you about to go to tribal, which when you come back with no vote and you are about to go to tribal, you better at least tell one person you don't have no vote.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying about the energy that Mary brought. That why that energy is so important to have the mentality of winning, because she also was like a shoo-in to be going home, but she just
Right.
took a different approach. So I'm glad she stayed. You know what I mean? I hope her and Say actually do mend fences. I don't feel like they will, but it would have been nice if they could. But now they're gonna be
They would
split
be a
up.
powerhouse if they can play
Yes.
together. Quite honestly, I'm like,
Yes.
make a deal, say at least till top 5,
Yeah.
and then we can duke it out or something. But I'm like, them two together would be an iconic duo. They need.
Yeah.
I hope they can figure out a way to play together and figure it out. Because I'm like, Cedric is not going to get you far in this game. Cedric is not enough of a player. Justin wasn't enough of a player at the level that Mary and um Say are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, girls, let's figure it out. Wrap up this little beef.
Right.
It's been cute, but y'all got a game to play, and I want to see
Right.
both of them go to the end.
Yeah. I would love to see that as well. But I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. But if it does, I'll be surprised and happy. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, like you said, great outcome either way. I was crying like full on because it was a lot of emotions. The emotions of like, one, a black woman denying her intuition. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if she would have listened to herself and made her decisions based on what she was feeling, even though sometimes people tell you not to, it's like when you get that gut feeling, you just gotta roll with it. When something ain't feeling right and it's not, and it can't settle, right? Like logic is not even settling with it. You gotta roll with it sometimes. And to see that back and forth between her and Cedric, I was just like, if this black man who on day one said, I get a fatherly, I pick up a father. I think it was in the second episode. He said like, I have taken on like a fatherly role with you. I was like, if he sends this girl home, to him, young girl home,
that's what I was saying.
Off of Justin's decision. This would be, I'm like, she would be going home off of Justin's decision because she told you, let's split the vote, and you looked her dead in the eye and said, don't split the vote,
and
baby.
she didn't split it. That's the thing, because it would have been in her best interest to split it either way, like whether she played, whether she didn't play it, you get what I'm saying, and so there was a vote against her. Like, it just would have been in her best interest in any scenario to do it, except that she would have burned the bridge with Justin. But after Cedric told Justin, I kind of was just like, girl, the bridge is kind of, it's a little, he started the fire on that thing already. So it's like, you might as well just vote. So I remember thinking when she walked in that she should do it. But I also didn't like the plan originally. I know that you were saying like trust her gut or whatever, but I didn't like the plan originally just because I feel like she's a type of player that's very energetic and very like fast moving, and so she's got to give her people who are in her home base some like stability, otherwise she's gonna scare them too much. So that's why I wanted her to like not vote Justin, and I think that if all things had been fine, and like they had in control of the idol or something like that, then she could have stuck with the three of them. Like last episode, I said they're pretty. They're sitting pretty. I just knew it was the three of them, and that's why you can never count your money in Survivor. You can't do it. You can't, like, people sitting pretty. They go home with the pretty view from the TV. They watching it from home. So yeah, I definitely got emotional, and I was saying to you a little bit earlier, like how as Survivor, it's a really inspiring sort of show, and it's because of like there's so many parallels with life, and like how you have to, like, you talk about trusting your gut, like you have to move in this game, like this is your only like opportunity, and you can't be too scared, and you can't be too taking too many risks. And so it's just like life. It's just like life. And so I find it to be so inspiring when these players have moments, big triumphs, because like they are literally playing like it's like life out there in a very, condensed version. Everybody's trying to win, and so I really this was an emotional, ending. And just like Jeff was saying, it's historic, way. I was trying to follow. I was like, so what's happening? They're going to rocks, and it was like, no, it's not rocks. It's there. I was like, okay. I wasn't clear on what was happening, so I had to listen to what Jeff was saying.
After the first one, I was like, oh, they're about to go to rocks. That's what I thought was about to happen, and then it was like, okay, no, we're gonna revote.
But I guess
it's a social microcosm.
Yeah. And even to me, more than Big Brother. Like I know we're Big Brother was my first love, but Survivor is even more than that, because I think is because you're hungry, you're starving. Some of those like higher levels of cognitive function go away, and you're really at your base level, and so there's more natural reactions, more natural sort of paranoia, that like if you're a paranoid person, or you're a type of person who's going to already be inclined to be anxious or bold, you're it's going to bring that out in you.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. People ask me all the time, what do I like so much about those shows? And I'm just like, it's literally life playing out right in front of you, and it's all the social dynamics come into play. And I love them. I was also gonna say about the challenge, I was like, now I get that maybe they had Cedric up there because of the slide puzzle at the end, but I was definitely thinking, why y'all didn't have Say up there yelling and directing y'all?
I could see Say up there. I feel like it's still another opportunity for Mary to be there, to be honest. Now I know that if Mary was if she had an idol before they went to tribal, that's a huge opportunity to sabotage if they felt like, but I don't think anybody in Mary's position would want to go to tribal and sabotage, even if she had an idol,
right?
Because it's like, girl, you're you don't have a lifeboat with this tribe, and
exactly,
like. Yeah. So I think Mary would have been in a very prime position to do that. And I think she would have been good at it. I think she would have been good at the puzzle. And I think she would have been good at the at calling. So I don't know if Cedric was the right person for that, but I don't know. Say seemed to not be following his directions a little bit, but I don't know. Or if he wasn't giving good directions.
She wasn't.
I don't know.
He was like left, and she was like, left. This is my left.
David, so what is David? Orange Tribe? Yeah. He was doing a good job, like when Camila was like, in front of you or straight, he was pointing, like,
yes.
And so she was like, yes.
90 degrees.
Like, yes. Like, and so I think that that's a good strategy. I was like, if I'm ever on Survivor, I'm going to have to do that. Because like that pointing is a good strategy. The only thing I did want to add, though, was that you had called it last episode. You were like, Mary is going to be up early as hell looking for that idol. And she was like, it was really nice. I enjoyed their competition. I enjoyed the fact that they were respecting each other. Like, all of that gave me life a little bit with the two of them. I was like, I enjoyed their dynamic. And that they respect each other. Absolutely. And have expressed respect for each other, It's like you can have a rivalry that looks good and still is fun and is entertaining for TV, but it doesn't have to be catty. Like, it just top tier women beef, So
even when she got up there, when Mary took her shot in the dark up there, and Say was like, my girl, but why? Like,
she was like, yes, go ahead, but in the worst way. But like, you did that. So like, I love their dynamic. I think it's really great. I think it shows a different level of like rivalry that I don't think we've seen much.
Yeah.
Just in reality TV, period. Like competition shows, period. It's usually like either I hate you, or we're besties, and it's like sometimes it's like I can respect you. There was one season. What season was that? Was it it was last season. What's the girl's name?
Yeah, last season was Rachel and
and Genevieve.
And Genevieve.
That sort of came about, but it was in a different sort of way. Like it
Yeah, it was
was.
towards the end too.
Yeah, yeah. But these girls have started out like, I know I don't like you, I know I don't like you, but you good, girl, you good, and it's fun playing with
Yeah.
you. You know, it's like very interesting. Okay, so let's switch over to the Orange Tribe. They had a very like close call with that tribal. They came through in the end, but they almost didn't. Like they eke that thing out, like they got it, but it almost didn't happen. Camila was just like, she was just so like she didn't even celebrate or like smile after. She just was standing there like I think just like this almost didn't happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it almost didn't.
Yes, yes, yes. And then when Camilla went on the journey and came back and told everybody about her extra vote, I want to. I'm like, just because Mitch came
Oh
back and was
yeah, I
honest
know. Didn't mean you
does
had
not
to.
mean you have to come back and be honest. I'm like, it's like it's time for y'all to go to tribal because y'all need to start the game. Y'all are in la la land. Y'all are in la
Yeah.
la land. And I was surprised that I did not see Camilla in more game talk
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That
I
was.
was surprised to see Mitch kind of
Mhm.
like take center stage with that
Mhm.
for their tribe.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's and Kyle seems like he's positioned well as well.
Yeah, yeah, you know, Kyle, young Barack is doing all right over there. But Camilla did come back and say that she had the extra vote, she said we are going to use this against Lavi, the I think it's the purple tribe. But she said we're going to
Yeah.
use this. It wasn't a prominent statement, but I did hear her say it. So I was like, if she's gonna share, at least that's the best way to do that, you know. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but yeah, they I didn't have a lot of thoughts on their tribe as far as tribe dynamics. I don't think they were shown that much in the episode, except for Mitch and
Charity.
Charity, yeah, and their dynamic. You know, it's giving me like this whole four-person thing, it's giving me a little bit of weakness. Like I think the boys are really, you know, connected with the other side. However, I don't know the dynamics between Chrissy, the Chicago PD or Chicago Fire. I'm not sure what she is. I don't know what her dynamic is in that four-person group, you know, because
Right.
that would tell me a lot about how much faith to have in that. But right now, that's the alliance I have more faith in.
Yeah, well, for Chrissy, I feel like since day one, we haven't even seen her much. So I'm trying to figure out how long is she going to even be around, or does she just not have, the personality? But then again, it's like it says Survivor season.
Right.
Okay,
No,
so
that's real. It is say Survivor season
yeah,
right now. It's very much her show. But you're right about that, and I hadn't even thought about that until you said it. That we don't see much at all of Chrissy, and so wonder what that means. Because we
yeah.
didn't
I'm
see
thinking
much
if
of
they go to
Genevieve.
tribal,
We didn't see much of Genevieve the first couple episodes neither. It was like episode 3 where she became a little
yeah,
bit more prominent. But I don't know. This is episode 3. Chrissy's still in the
yeah.
background. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah. But also
know.
too, when you're not the, I was gonna say also too when you're not the tribe going to tribal,
Tribal,
it's a
yeah.
little, what I'm saying, it's a little difficult to figure out like what's actually going on and what are the real dynamics
For
and like
sure.
what are the displays of trust gonna look like. Right now, the display of trust is when you go on the journey, you come back and you tell the tribe
Mm-hmm.
what happened
Mm-hmm.
for the orange tribe at this moment. Because I feel like even purple is playing a little harder than orange right now.
Yeah, right. But it also makes me think about like the editing choices of the producers. So it makes me feel like, is the Orange Tribe going to be the tribe that is the largest come the merge? You know, is
Mm,
their tribe going to be the largest? And they're showing us these dynamics of these other tribes a little bit more. One, because green is going to tribal council, but purple because some of their people are about to be picked off, you know, and they're trying
mm.
to not highlight their
Set the
stories, but
story.
yeah, set the story, because their stories
Yeah,
are up
yeah.
first, and these orange folks are the orange tribe. They've got a little bit more time to let their stories play out. I don't know, but yeah, I don't have a lot on them. I don't have many notes.
Yeah, same, same. Well, when David, I think he was sharing his story,
Oh yeah.
I definitely felt for him.
Mhm.
'Cause is he the one who's a stunt
Mhm.
guy?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I would have thought they got paid a little bit more to go out there and risk their lives to be in all these action-packed movies. But it was a touching story for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he made his girlfriend, like, told the story in a way that was beneficial for his girlfriend. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
definitely
like
not.
the way he was saying people were like, you should just leave her or whatever. I don't feel like that. I mean, some people want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. And at some point, it's like there is a level of like wanting to support your children and stuff like that, and be present, for this once in a lifetime time period. But the way he was saying is like, she's gonna leave me. Like, that piece of
Yeah.
it is like, she probably at home like, I said I'm gonna leave
Right,
you. This is
right.
projecting, because I'm telling you that these are concerns. And so I wonder if, like, because maybe she did say it, she may have said it. She may be like, no, I've said that, I'm gonna leave. That's I don't know, but I would venture to guess she hasn't said she's gonna leave him.
Yeah,
And
same.
so I think the way he said it didn't do her any favors, because I know, whoever the people at Twitter, Blue Sky, wherever they're tweeting at, they are going to have some things to say about this. I didn't even check to see, but I know they have some things to say about it, because
They definitely will.
the way he said it didn't set her up right. So
yes, I was like,
okay.
he does know the internet is a scary place. Like, they might find her.
I
It's not
know,
gonna be pretty.
absolutely.
I'm like,
That,
I know if they're still together, I'm sure he is very apologetic. I would hope he is. But when he said it, all I could think in my mind was, now, what did she say that gave him that perception? Because we know that probably ain't true. But it's real easy to just say, like, I'm at a place in my life where I want to be able to support my family. And so this is do or die for me. I have a girlfriend that I want to marry, that I want to have a family with. And I know that I'm the holdup.
yeah.
Don't put it on her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree 100%. So, we'll see. We'll see. I might check.
Yeah,
I might check. I don't have a Twitter account anymore, but
I don't have Twitter for real
but
either.
I did start a Blue Sky, but I don't do nothing on that thing. So, but I'm gonna check.
Alrighty, so on to the Purple Tribe. It starts off with Joe making the big bonfire and rallying the troops. I was just like, Joe and his social gang.
Yeah.
He's leading the pack.
Yeah.
He's leading the pack with his social gang.
And he's very funny. Like, I found his jokes about, like, hungry as hell, like the wine selections.
Yeah.
I found them to be funny. I did feel like bonfire in the forest, like, or wherever y'all at, like, seem a little, dangerous. Like, how are we putting this thing out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wildfire. Like, it was a little big. That's what I was thinking. You weren't thinking that? I was like, I guess they're gonna take the buckets, take the pot to put it out. I don't know.
To let it out. Yeah.
But it also seemed like a waste of firewood, but I guess people like a bonfire. I'm not a bonfire type of girl unless I got some s'mores or some, like, some drinks, around it. I'm not, and if it's and when it's cold, So it felt like I guess it's morale. I guess people loved it, It seemed like they did.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a thing for me.
Yeah, and then when they were around the fire, that's when Eva gave Joe the bracelet.
Yeah, the bracelet.
For his daughter. I was cracking up when Thomas was like, girl, you took that string off of your water bottle and just tied it. I was like, dog, oh, Thomas is cutthroat.
I know. And it just, like, I wrote down in my notes, I was like, oh, this is that social thing again, like the social awareness, because it's like, as soon as she did that, I was like, oh, no, don't paint a target on your back, girl. Like, don't. Yeah. But, we'll see. I think it is a liability for Joe's game for sure. Like, I'm not, at first I was thinking like they would only be enhance each other, but now I can see that that piece of it is going to like possibly cause some issues maybe. But one of the things that I did think she did well was talking with Star.
Yeah.
Because even though Star took the puzzle part of it to the other two, I feel like she could always loop them in because nobody really believes that anybody's really working with Star. So if she goes and says like, "Hey, just so you know, I was talking to her just trying to see if she was gonna lie to me. She did, but I said something about like, well, we don't need puzzle people, but please no, that's just me, whatever. I don't know if that would have gone off, come across very like genuine, or if they would have been like, don't put my name in your mouth at all. Like,
Right. Which is usually the approach people take, is even if it is just a little fake plan, don't make the fake plan with me.
Yeah,
with
no,
my
that's
name,
true. That's true.
Because now it makes me an actual option.
No, true. Yeah, so I don't know. But I did like the idea of trying to directly ask her the question to see if she's lying because it gives her more information. But I guess it did backfire. So I don't know. I would have been like, sometimes I'm like, the things I think about as far as how I would play Survivor, like I'm like, oh Lord, girl, that you would have been caught, because I wasn't even thinking about the possibility of it backfiring or whatever. So
Right. Yeah, because I mean, Eva wasn't thinking about it because she didn't think that Star would go back in and tell anyone. But it did help Star out a little bit. I was like, okay, she's moving up. Her position is moving up. And when Eva gave the bracelet, Shaheen and was it Thomas had that moment where they looked at each other. At least they identified it as a moment that they looked at each other and said, she got to go. Because in terms of the California girls, right, like you got Bianca on one end and you got Eva on the other. And so, of course, Thomas is going to be okay with Eva going because that positions Bianca a lot better for him. And Shaheen not really having a connection to Bianca or Eva. I'm sure he's just like, one of them got to go because I'm supposed to be Joe's number one. And so as long as Eva's here, she's a threat to my game.
For sure.
For that reason, I feel like Star has a good shot. Like last week, I was thinking, this is not good for Star. Like, what is she gonna do? But now I'm like, okay, she might be able to move on up a little bit up the ladder, and I'm excited to see that for her.
Yeah, and they might just help her and actually solve it. Because I know that this seems like the jury's still out on whether they're gonna do that, or no one's just been able to solve it. I don't know. I can't really tell what's going on with that. But she might solve it, and then she may get the idol, and then they move forward. But I definitely feel like this is a good option for her. Like, she went from 0 to 1. You know what I mean? Like, -1 to 1. You know what I mean? She would skip right past 0. So this is like, she now has a little alliance that she ain't gonna trust them for real, but it's numbers. That's all. It's just numbers. It's just numbers right now. So.
And no one should trust Thomas, quite honestly.
Because even his number one, he ain't even telling her all the information, which is fine. I don't fault people for not telling information like that. You know what I mean? Like advantages and stuff like that. But I do think that it just speaks to your level of which you're playing the game, and anybody playing at a higher level is going to be a problem for you. You know what I mean? Whether you're a friend, or not, they're going to be a problem. So.
Yeah, when he told Bianca, he was like, "Ooh, you're sneaky. You're scary." I was like, "You are sneaky. You are scary." Because everybody believed her story. But yes, we shall see. They are going to be another tribe that I feel like once it's time to go, they will definitely
eat
be playing. I feel like the orange team, they're going to have it's a unanimous vote vibe. But I feel like the
that.
purple, they're gonna be scrambling
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit for sure.
And I do think it's the best option for that side of the table. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best option. And even like with Shaheen, it's a good option for him because they're still going to have that California boys thing, right? And then he becomes Joe's number one after that, you know?
Right.
And then he's not going to be involved. So his hand's going to be clean. So Shaheen just about to get a gift a little bit, you know, because I don't think that even if if they do this, Thomas is going to try to smooth things over with the guys. I don't think he's going to just completely abandon them. I think he's going to just say, like, you know, this is just something we had to do because it just really felt like, I don't know what his excuse is going to be, to be honest, but I feel like he's going to try to smooth it over. And
yeah.
And he may even try to throw Star under the bus. I can see it in him. Like, to be honest, being like, you know, she came and she told us that's probably what he's gonna say is the truth.
Yeah.
that she came and she told us that Ava was trying to get rid of us, and so we had to protect our games, and we knew that if we told you that you would not be alone, so we had to keep you in the dark. But we have no intention of going against you, and so then the four of them gonna be together until somebody finds it advantageous to use Star again, or unless Star gets the idol and she plays it. But you know, but they're gonna have this little trap swap. So remix, like,
yeah, who knows how that's gonna go?
You know,
yeah.
All the things
which is actually very dangerous
for everybody.
Right. But that's go ahead.
No, I'm about to say for everybody. It's dangerous for everybody.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
It's dangerous for everybody, but it is especially dangerous for Star because she has told everyone about this idol. So no matter what tribe she moves to, if it's not the tribe that has the most purple members, I think she's going to be in trouble. So
I hope for her.
I don't like that setup for her. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully for her, she gets on a tribe with Thomas and Bianca. Because
Agreed.
Yeah. I think they would be loyal enough to her.
I agree. You know, I agree, especially on a new tribe.
Yeah. And they
but Thomas did say she is not controllable.
For sure, and that's why he ain't got no long-term plans with her, because Tom is like a little controllable person, you know, and Bianca herself, she's, you know, controllable in the sense that she's predictable, you know, she doesn't seem like somebody's just gonna fly off the handles, and he even now knows what it is that she's like. He knows what her MO is. Like, she's a person who comes back and tells you, you know, and so it's like the more predictable you are, the more he, you know, I think has use for them.
Alrighty, so on to the journey. Justin, Bianca, and Camilla went. We already, you know, discussed that Justin, he lost his vote. Camilla, she got an extra vote, told everybody. Bianca lost her vote, only told Thomas. What did you think about the game?
I didn't really like it. Like, I thought it was too luck based, and so I don't know, something about it didn't feel. It's not even fair. It just felt pointless. It would have been nice if they could do something that actually was their skill, you know, like solve a puzzle or do something. Like, that would have felt a little more like deserved or earned or whatever. But I didn't really like this one. So
yeah, I agreed. I was thinking like, okay, so this was definitely did you decide to go? That's it. Literally, like that's where your fate was decided, and you deciding to get on that boat.
Yeah, for sure, or being told for some people, you know.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's all I had in terms of the journey. But yeah, excited for next week. The only other thought that I had that I didn't mention earlier was about Sai telling Cedric to get up. I was like, not her telling this grown man to get up. I still am caught up in like him betraying Sai, but when she said, I was like, girl, this man is at least 40 plus, might be
old enough to be your daddy.
Yes. Like, girl, don't be telling him to get up. So
she told him to get up, and you are not taking a midday nap.
Gave him a little scolding. Like, girl, you gotta say it nicely in your HR voice a little bit. But but I'm excited to see. She's good TV. Like, she's the one that I think like so many people are rallying behind. I see the momentum of, people
Yeah.
they feel it. And so I hope that she does well. We gotta see how this tribe swap is. And I'm interested to see her on a different tribe with different people.
Yeah.
I want to see
Same.
how it goes. I wonder who she's
Yeah.
gonna be with, and who she would even vibe with, or who she would not vibe with.
Yeah.
So
We shall see.
yeah.
But that's all, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Until next week, again, we are Black Girls Talking TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay tuned to all of our recaps. And follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Black Girls Talking TV. Until next week, bye.
Bye.